This is £100 cold hard cash, and it's the money that we've made from the last few weeks of sales on the brand new eBay account. We are going to be reinvesting this money to buy some products to see how much profit we can turn it into. But before I do that, there is something I need to address about the products that we've been listed on the current eBay account, the status, and what we're going to do with them to get them shifted. Now, have you seen from my previous videos, I listed a whole bunch of clothes that I didn't really want to wear anymore. And a whole bunch of DVDs that I didn't even watch anymore. However, none of them sold apart from one pair of Superdry shorts, one pair of jeans, one brand new box pyjama set, and that was pretty much it, which is more than I actually thought would sell. So we've taken a little bit of action and we've job lotted them. So I've taken them all down. We've gone from 60 listings to 30 listings. And as you can see, what I've done is they are now listed as job lots. My rule of thumb is if something doesn't sell in a set period of time, usually about 3 to 4 weeks, they're just going to go. I do cycle through ending and sell similar to get a little bit of extra boost, because if you end a product that's not been sold and you list it as a sell similar, not as a relist, you'll get a 24-48 hour boost from eBay. You'll get promoted to the top of best match in search, and you might see some extra sales. Now, I've done that with these clothes at least twice, and to be honest with you, nothing sold. Now, as I said earlier, I'm not really surprised, because all of the items that I've listed are items that from my own wardrobe that either don't fit me anymore or I've just fallen out of love with. And to be honest with you, they're not great. They're not really quality named brands. Nobody would really want to buy them, but somebody might want to buy them in a really cheap job lot that they can either take to a car boot sale or try reselling themselves. And we're going to try and shift them. And if we sell them for the price that we've listed them for, it will bring in another 50 quid. And that's fine, because that's probably the best I could ask for these particular products, considering I was going to donate them to charity anyway. So that's that bit sorted. And in last week's video, I did say that we were getting some structure in place, and we've got some structure in place. It's a new month. It's the first part of April, and we're really kicking this project into overdrive now. We have got cash, which we are going to go out and spend to try and source some products in the categories that we want to sell in and see what we can turn this money into profit-wise, so we can constantly be reinvesting in the business, constantly growing, constantly getting brand new products. And this is the exciting part. I'm really quite excited. So let's take this money and let's go out and start doing some shopping. Now, before I go out spending money, I found a find in the house that I completely forgot I had. And it's in where the tumble dryer is, because we're just putting some washing in the tumble dryer. And I've got to show you. Wait. Just wait there. Right, so said tumble dryer is here. And I didn't realise that I had this, so I'm going to just put you down over here. You're probably not going to be able to see very well, but let's turn this up. Can you see what that is? Can you see what it is? This is the Alesis compact drum kit, and it's been stuck in that cupboard for probably about 3 years, maybe even longer. Now, I wanted to try to learn drums, and my partner bought me this, so I didn't go to the expense of buying a really expensive one, like a big full-on drum kit, so I could have a blast and see what it's like. And to be fair, it was a really thoughtful gift, but I've not really used it. And here we go. Right, we have got, let's get that off. Let's get that off. There we go. This is it. And to be fair, it is pretty cool. So the whole idea is you have cymbal and bass drum on the pedals, and then you set up the drums that you want, and you got cymbals, And there we go. I'm not going to go into too much detail about it. It's even still got the sticker on the front control panel from new. Now, thankfully, this does have a barcode at the bottom, so we can search for it just by going to our eBay app, clicking the little camera at the top, scanning the barcode, and there's only one item listed at the moment, and it's up for £141.12. And there we go. Product is now listed on eBay, and as you can see, I've opted to use a stock image. Now, although I've taken images myself, and you can see here, I've taken 9 photographs myself of the full item, close-up of the drum kit, close-up of the control panel, the pedals, the drumsticks, the charger, the back of it, the connections, and the box. Because you can see on this image here, there is a little bit of, I think it's just a bit of stain to the box, despite this being an unused product. It's been stored in that cupboard for about 3 years, not used. So I wanted to show that, and then we've just took a few pictures of the side of the box. Now, what I have done on this one, as you can see, I have opted to use a stock image. Now I'm going to see if that has any increase in click-through rate. So that is the first image that anybody will see when they're searching for a product like this in Best Match, and I want to see how that compares to other people that have got them up listed that have just used their phones or whatever to take their own pictures. I just want to interested to see for that particular product what the difference is. So yeah, 135 quid I put it up for. So it will be £141.12 with buyer protection. Now I've also activated free shipping on this. The price that I want to try and get for it, I think adding shipping onto it as well is probably going to push it a little bit too high, because you can buy these brand new for 169 quid from Amazon. But that one it's an unused gift. So it's been tried out a couple of times, and it's just been put back in the box and stored. So we'll see how we get on with that, and if it sells by the time this video is finished, I will let you know how much it's gone for. Wow, I think I've just taken a layer of skin off my tongue. Way too hot, drank that way too soon. Right, a couple of days ago, I made the decision to end all the clothes on the store, as you saw earlier on in the video, because let's be honest, they've been up 3 weeks. None of them have sold apart from 1 or 2 bits, and I just didn't think they were going to move at all. So I made the decision to pop them all together in a job lot. And I'm really happy to say, can you see that? They sold within 24 hours. So the job lot of clothes sold within 24 hours, and the same day, the second camera sold as well. So that was one happy Matt this morning. I got up, checked my phone, 2 sales overnight, the job lot of clothes and the camera. So correct decision to job lot all of them clothes. Now, we haven't made as much money for them selling them as a job lot, but what it means is 30 pieces of clothing gone off the inventory, cash back in the bank that we can reinvest back into sourcing new products. So let's get back in front of the computer and have a little bit more of a deeper look into those 2 products. So yeah, I'm really happy that those clothes have now moved. Now, if any of you have been following my videos right from the start of this project, you'll know that clothing was the first thing that I kind of got my hands on when I set up this project, because it was all upstairs in my wardrobe. And despite 1 or 2 of the branded items selling and getting good money, the rest have just sat there on the account with low amount of views, no offers, no traction, no nothing. So I just took a leaf out of my company's book, and I thought, well, they're not moving, so let's put them together in a job lot and try and just shift them out, turn around the stock, get some cash back in that we can start to reinvest back into the business. And that's what I did. So we are now Tuesday evening, and when I woke up this morning and looked at my phone, I saw that the job lot had sold, which means in under 36 hours, we'd turned a lot of singular listings into one bulk listing, which had basically sold. And I'm really, really chuffed about that. Added to that is the camera that sold as well, which I'm really chuffed about. Again, if you've watched some of the previous videos, you'll know that I listed a Nikon camera, a little Nikon point and shoot camera, which is just there on a Saturday, and it sold in 45 minutes. I managed to find myself another Samsung camera, which is there, and listed that on a Wednesday. It didn't sell straight away. I was hoping it would sell within 24 hours because that would have made good content, but it's now Tuesday and it sold Monday late night, and I picked it up this morning. So 6 days, the camera sold as well. And for me, that is justification that the cameras work. 2 point and shoot cameras, relatively old, have brought in a total of 90 quid with zero cost. Now, in reality, if I'd sourced them cameras, there would have been some cost associated to them. And when we migrate to a business account, there will be fees to take into account as well. So we need to look at the profitability once we're actually buying things and not just getting them for free from friends and family. But overall, positive day. We've brought in another 60 quid today for a part-time project. That's okay. I'm happy with that. But the most important thing is it's given us more cash. We're now at £156 worth of revenue from this little project after 4 weeks, and we can now start going out and sourcing more products. So yeah, overall, pretty happy. We're going to take that money and we're going to go buy some more stuff. So now my tea's cooled down. I think I can safely drink it without taking another layer of skin off my tongue. So down the hatch and all, cheers. 10 o'clock Sunday morning, and we are in the car off to a car boot. Now, I've not done a car boot for absolutely ages, but I thought, what the hell, it's probably going to be a decent place to try and get some stock to sell. And if you're located in the West Midlands, you can go on a website called Go Car Boot Sales, and they run 6 car boot sales in and around like the Wolverhampton, Cannock and Stafford area. Come on. There you go, and you can see the ones that are on today are showed in green, the 2 at the bottom aren't on. So we're heading over to Dark Lane in Featherstone, which is about half an hour away from home. We've got the money that we've earned over the last couple of weeks from eBay sales, and we're going to go and see what we can buy. Now, like I said, I've not done a car boot for 10 years. Not really my scene, to be honest with you, but it's lovely weather outside, and we want to stretch our legs, and we want to go see what other people are selling, to see what we can buy to make money on eBay. So let's go buy from the car boot. I wasn't expecting it to be this big, and I gotta say, I'm a little bit overwhelmed. I'm not a car boot sourcing person, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm just meandering around looking at people's stuff. We've been here half an hour, I've not bought anything yet, and it's bloody massive. But we'll carry on. Let's see if we get some finds. Been here for half an hour, stopped off for a bite to eat from the street food van, and we've made our first purchase. We found a camera. We found a Sony CyberShot camera, which, who knows, no batteries in it, we couldn't test it, but we bought it for £2, and if this works, it should make us a bit of money. Well, I am back from what I can only say was an experience at a car boot sale. Something that I've never done for 10 years. It must be at least 10 years since I was last at a car boot sale. But we honestly thought we'd go there and see what we can pick up. Now, as I said earlier on the video, we have made some money. I think it was about 120 quid that we had to spend, that we were going to try and stock up with some products to sell on the store. This particular car boot opened at 7 o'clock to the public. We got there at 10:30. It was bigger than I expected. Actually, it was massive. Very, very jam-packed. Lots and lots of different people selling different stuff. And it ranged really from Joe Schmo off the street with his car boot open, selling some stuff that he didn't want in his house anymore, to market traders, to probably some retailers as well, to be honest with you. It was an experience, and I'm not saying that I'm not going to do it again. I'm probably going to try again in a couple of weeks' time, but there's one lesson that I have definitely learned. Get there early. So, as I said earlier on, this particular car boot opened at 7 o'clock to the public. We got there 3.5 hours later, and we didn't really find anything. Well, we found 3 things, and they were all camera cut. I'm going to show you exactly what we picked up, but overall, it was a little bit disappointing, and although it was nice to go out for a bit walk, because it was nice and sunny, as you can see, it's very, very nice and sunny, it was a bit disappointing because the majority of the stuff I couldn't really see buying and making any kind of profit on eBay, for example. So anyway, I'm not saying never, we're going to try it again in a couple of weeks, but we are going to have a bit of a better game plan and know what we're going to try and get when we're going there, and 2, get there super early so we get as much opportunity to buy the best stuff. Now, one thing that I am a little bit annoyed at, I saw a Canon EOS 5D, which was on a guy's stand for 50 quid. I looked at it, I should know the price for it. I walked away and I knew that they were selling upwards of 90 quid on eBay, and it would have made a good sale. And by the time I got back to the store, somebody had got it in their hands and they bought it. So I'm a bit disappointed about that, because that would have been a good buy. Nevertheless, we've got 3 things in the bank that we can start selling. What are they? First one was got from just a stall selling absolutely anything and everything, and you just had to rummage through, and we picked up a Sony Cybershot camera, and this is a DCS W1. It is an old one, it is only a 5 megapixel camera, but it's in really good condition, as you can see. Quality is really good. We'll get that listed pretty much straight away and see what that brings us. The other 2 that we picked up were boxed. Ooh, boxed. And we've got a Samsung and an Olympus. What is it? An S1070. And again, looks in really, there we go. Looks in really good condition. So yeah, really happy with that one. Hopefully that one's going to get a little bit of money. And the last one was, let's just get it out of the box. Easy just to get it out of the box. X42, an Olympus X42. And again, looks like it's in pretty decent condition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these photographed and I'm going to pop them on the screen now so you can have a look at them properly. Okay, so here we go. Here are the 3 cameras that we've picked up. So we'll start off with the Sony W1. This is the Cybershot DSC W1 5.1 megapixel camera, 3 times optical zoom. Really, really good condition. Really happy with this. Picked up for £2 and they're selling for around 50 quid. Next up is the Samsung S1070. This is actually a 10.2 megapixel camera with a 2.7 inch LCD. Again, really good condition, selling for around 40 to 50 pound on eBay. The next one is the Olympus X42, and out of the 3, probably is the better spec machine at 12 megapixel camera and 5 time optical zoom. But prices are looking around the 40, 50 pounds. So we might get lucky and tap out at around 150 quid for these 3 if we're lucky. But overall, pretty happy considering this is the first time that I've been to a car boot sale in a very long time and managed to pick up 3 half decent point and shoot cameras. There we go, they're the cameras that I managed to pick up from today's car boot sale. And I've got to say, the morning was, well, it was pretty underwhelming, to be honest with you. I'm pretty disappointed with probably the way that I went about it. Now, I turned up there with no game plan, not knowing what to buy, not knowing what to look for. I've not done a car boot sale for such a long period of time, and we definitely got there way too late at 10:30. It had been open for 3.5 hours, and even while we were walking around, people were packing up to go home. So the likelihood that anything that was good on anybody's stand has probably already been sold or moved on. What I will say though is a massive hats off, kudos, whatever, to every single person that had set up a stall and was trying to sell. No doubt you guys probably got up at 4:30 in the morning to get there for 6 to set up and then to stand there trying to sell anything that you can to make some money. Massive respect. You did a good job. Keep going, because that place was absolutely rammed with people, and it was obvious that everybody that was there got some value from the day, apart from me. Anyway, I don't really see charity shops and car boot sales being the thing that's going to take this project forward. It's not really my scene, to be honest with you, and not the type of products that I really want to be selling. I want to really be focusing more on palletized stock, overspill stock, seconds, returns, things like that that are really going to grab hold of this project and grow it at a rapid stage. But to get there, I needed that stepping stone, and I saw charity shops and car boot sales as a place where I can regularly source stock to get the wheels turning, to get some money in, so we can then start buying palletized stock to really, really push forward. That being said, I know we only got 3 products today, but I have something coming early part of the week that I'm hoping is going to make up for it. Now, the good old people at Ecom Kings have sorted me out a mystery box of stock. Now, Ecom Kings, fantastic company. They deal with Amazon returns. So I reached out to them and said, look, this is what I'm doing. I want to buy some stock off you. So they're actually sending me a mystery box for early part of next week. And I'm really excited to get that, because I want to see what's in it and what we can make from it. And if we do well from it, it's going to be a regular thing, and we're going to be buying stock from them on a regular basis. I'm going to do a dedicated video on the mystery box that I get from Ecom Kings, and I'll shout about them in the video. So if anybody else out there is looking to buy stock of this kind of nature, you'll know where to go. So look out for that video coming probably next week. But yeah, as of today, I think that's pretty much wound me up for the, not wound me up, it's winded. It's ending the video for this week. It's been a pretty productive week. I also want to mention that I did a couple of short videos and TikToks in the week all around eBay's automatic positive feedback, and also the change of their shipping from the 15th of April, which is changing private seller shipping from removing the advanced and only having simple shipping method. Those 2 videos have gone, the 2 right at the top if you can see them, absolutely crazy. The one on automated positive feedback has currently got 15,000 views, and the one on eBay's changes to simple shipping for private sellers is currently sitting at 14,000 views. And it's not just the views that are really good. The amount of comments and conversation that it sparked in the comment section is absolutely massive, with tons of people asking tons of questions and really concerned about how the shipping is going to change and what's going on with auto positive feedback. So what I'm going to do, you can either head on to back onto my account and look at my YouTube shorts, or you can pop over to my TikTok account. I will link my description in down below. But I am going to do a dedicated video purely on these 2 latest changes from eBay, because they really warrant some coverage, and I can answer any questions that you guys have got. So yeah, those 2 videos are coming pretty soon. But as for today, it's 3 o'clock, it's Sunday, the sun is shining outside. I've got a couple of beers in the fridge that have got my name tattooed all over them, and maybe a cheeky couple of gins too. So from me to you, keep grinding, keep selling, keep making money, and I'll see you on the next video.